Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. My name is Ana Rose M. Luya from BE Ed 1. Today, I am going to tackle about the Module 6, which is Socio-Emotional Development of Adolescent. So now, let's start. So, let me read first the learning objectives. Learning objectives identify the socio-emotional changes in the adolescent. Second one, describe how self-image develop among teens. Determine the wholesome attitude and values in teenage friendship. Third, discern the causes of moral reasoning and feeling while understanding religiously imposed morality. Recognize the need of the adolescent for freedom and privacy, also known as adolescent emancipation. So now let us proceed our discussion. According to Jane Malone, adolescent isn't just about prom or wearing sparkly dresses. So now let us tackle first about the self-understanding. So what is self-understanding? So, self-understanding is in early adolescence, aged 10 to 13 years. The teen begins to acquire a reflective idea of oneself, not only in terms of the immediate present, which younger children also see, but in terms of their past and their future. So, this development requires self-taught or introspective thinking along generalized ideas, such as in thinking that one is bright, flexible, and intelligent, or etc. From self-image, there is the all-important value known as self-esteem. So next is stereotype and gender difference. Scholars make reference to gender differences as studies in countries like US has shown that boys have higher self-esteem in achievement and leadership, while girls see themselves better in terms of congeniality and sociability. Hattie and Marsh 1996. These studies also shown that boys are more self-sufficient while girls are help-seeking. Other studies shows that girls have higher self-esteem in relation to competence in spelling, penmanship, neatness, reading, and music. Elkles et al. 1993. Meanwhile, boys feel more competent in math subjects while girls prefer in social and verbal skills. Marsh 1989. Within the family, domain boys tend to prefer activity and autonomy of children, while girls prefer family relationship, connection, and openness. Olver et al. 1990. Next is developing self-esteem. So, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem means appreciation of oneself or self-love. Potential endowment can be developed to a great extent through family formation, a school education, and social influence. The personal attitude and will to grow depends on the individual. Popularity and self-external appearance, self-appreciation and self-reliance, autonomy, energy, courage, and internal positive motivators. Next is friendship and intimacy. So friendship and intimacy has several types of friendship and can be distinguished. First one is acquaintance who meet periodically, companions who share common interests through regular contacts, and the third one is intimates or best friends with deep of self-disclosure, feelings, caring romantic partners, and heterosexual relationship. Identity issues. Phases of identity status. John Marcia expanded Erickson's theory on identity by identifying four phases in the attainment of an identity status. Commitment and crisis are two dimensions that combine to define these stages. First one is identify for closure. So this is the case of an adolescent who is a follower finding security in others, not on his or herself. Second one is a moratorium. This is the case of an adolescent searcher. The third one is identity achiever. This is the point where the adolescent fully finds himself or herself. The fourth one and the last is identity diffusion. This is the case of the adolescent failing to find himself or herself. The next one is promoting a sense of identity. So, overall, the ingredients that make up an optimal sense of identity are: number one, inner confidence about self competence and ability to learn and master new tasks. Number two, ample opportunity to try new roles either in one's fantasy or actual practice. And last one is support from parents and adults. Stereotypical gender rules. On emotional response, girls in early adolescence are more self-conscious, excelling in verbal skills, while they invest more in intimate friendship. Meanwhile, boys show independence and less emotional, involving themselves in sports. Galambos et al. 1990. So, Gerald Patterson formulated a development progression for antisocial behavior, which takes into account: A. The importance of parental monitoring and discipline on the child early childhood. B. Involvement with peer and schoolwork in middle childhood. C. Commitment with peer group in late childhood and adolescence. In early childhood, ages 10 to 13, the children is normally subordinated to conventional authority in the family and majority of children, including the teens. Commonly cited are a complexity of reasons to explain the incidence of juvenile delinquency. These are family factors, poor parental supervision, poor parental behavior, feelings of alienation or sense of separation by children, external factors affecting the family, economic and social pressures, and child rejection, abuse, or neglect. And the last one is peer factors. Moral development. Lawrence Kohlberg laid down three stages of moral reasoning among adolescents. First one is conventional level. At this stage, the adolescent is able to understand and conform social conventions, consider the motives of peers and adults, engage in proper behavior to please others, and follow the rules of society. Second one is post-conventional level. At this stage, the adolescent wishes to conform to law and order, the social contract, and the universal ethical principles. Development of guilt. So, what is guilt? So, guilt is a sense of feeling responsible for one's actions, particularly when harm has been done to oneself or others. On the negative side, guilt can threaten self-image. On the positive side, guilt makes us aware of possible wrongdoing. As it stages in developing guilt, the first rudimentary feelings of guilt begin when children think they have caused some kind of harm to others. First is anticipatory guilt. Is felt when child sees consequences that are detrimental to oneself to others. Second one is survivor guilt. Is experienced when one feels blameworthy regardless of involvement. Influence in moral behavior. Peers can encourage positive behavior, although they can encourage misconduct or inappropriate behaviors. The influence of parents is more pervasive. So that was all my topic all about. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.